Welcome back to another Sunday prep day. Every Sunday I do all my prep for the week, such as cutting all my vegetables, and today I'm also going to make a roasted salsa and I'm going to make some falafel. So I'm going to start off by roasting some vegetables. So I wrapped a whole head of garlic in some foil so it doesn't burn. I can put that in my Ninja Foodi. I have some shallots that I've already peeled, so those can go in. Then I'll add a couple of chilies, whichever kind you like. Some of these pointy peppers. And here I have some cherry tomatoes. So I'm going to throw those in. I'll add a little bit of oil. And then we will roast these on the grill setting. We'll start with 20 minutes, might take 30, but we'll check. And after 20 minutes, we'll have to give everything a bit of a stir anyway. So yeah, while that is going, we'll get started on our vegetables. And I'll go over the menu. So today is Sunday. For lunch, I'm gonna have some sandwiches like I usually do on Sunday because, as I've said many times, I'm diabetic, had to cut carbs, and I found the easiest way for me to do that was to cut them from lunch. But I do miss breads on the weekend. I do have my cheat days where I have some sandwiches. So and I just have some ham for that, and I'll probably do some cucumber, some salad, things like that. So we'll start off by cutting up an onion. That's going to go in a few different dishes. So I'll mention when I get to that in the menu. And then for dinner tonight, I'm going to do some steak. And I'll have that with some French bread, some herb butter. I didn't make it this time. I'm just going to use some store-bought herb butter or compound butter, whatever you want to call it. And then I'll see what I have some green beans already cut. Maybe I'll have those with that, or we'll just see tonight what kind of vegetable I'm going to serve with it. Let's also cut up some garlic. Then for Meatless Monday, for lunch, I'm going to do some hummus with some crudités. And I just bought some hummus because it was on sale. So I thought, why go through the effort of making it when it's like really affordable. So with that, I'm going to do some peppers, some garlic, some carrot, cucumber. And then for dinner, I'm going to have some homemade falafel. So I'm going to make the little falafel balls today, but I won't fry them until tomorrow. And then I'm going to have that on some wraps with lettuce, cucumber, maybe some peppers. And then we're on Tuesday. For lunch, I'm going to do a low-carb stir-fry with some broccoli stems and some chicken and just lots and lots of veggies. And then for dinner, I'm going to do some steak tacos. So tortillas, steak, veggies, and I'm going to use that roasted salsa for that. And then we're on Wednesday for lunch. I'm going to do some keto chicken nuggets. So those are made with almond flour and some spices. And I'm going to serve that again, probably with some green beans because I have a bunch of those in the fridge already cut. So, and the onions are for the stir fry, for example, and things like that. So nuggets for lunch. For dinner, I'm gonna do a noodle bowl with chicken, and some gyozas. What else? Yeah, I'm just gonna do a bunch of veg with it. Well, I'm going to cut up some peppers. Then we're on Thursday. So another low-carb stir-fry with chicken and broccoli stems. And then for dinner, some bibimbap with chicken. So I'm gonna marinate that in some gochujang, and I'm gonna have that with some edamame, I think, and some pickled vegetables. I still have some pickled carrots and pickled onions. So I'm gonna cut these peppers partly into sticks for my hummus, and the rest I'll just chop finer to go into stir fries and things like that. So the bibimbap, one of my favorite things to make. Then for Friday, I'm probably gonna do some more green beans, but with salmon, or if I have some spring mix left over, I'll do like a salad. We'll just use that as a leftover day. I think that's enough for my hummus. And then for dinner, salmon, grain bowl. So I have some a mix with like what is it, oats and some other grains. I forget which ones. But I'm gonna top that with salmon and probably some pickles and whichever vegetables I have left. So it could be green beans, could be maybe I have some broccoli still. We'll just see when the day comes. So Friday is going to be like very much a leftover day. So let me just quickly finish this red pepper. Oh, and also if you're curious what I do with all these ingredients, I posted a video last Friday where I show you everything that I eat in a day, so you'll see what I make with all these dishes. But yeah, so yeah, I just did that red pepper, and I'm just gonna do the exact same thing with this yellow pepper and this green pepper. That is peppers done. Then I have some chilies, again for the stir fries, but also if I remember to, I'll put a little bit of chili in my falafel. I might throw some on my steak tacos as well. And as always, I'm just leaving the seeds in because they're not super spicy. So there we go. And next up, let's do some carrot. So I'm gonna use some for my hummus, and I'll just cut that into some sticks. And the rest of this I'll just cut nice and fine to put in my stir fries. And next up, I have some parsley. That's gonna go in my falafel. I'm gonna save the stems because I think next week I'm gonna make a soup. And then I'm just gonna give this a rough chop just so it blends a little easier with the falafel. Did I say hummus earlier? I meant the falafel. So just a nice rough chop. And the same with the cilantro, but that's going to go in my salsa. Again, I'm going to save the stems for some curry, and just going to give that a rough chop before that goes into the blender later, just so everything blends a little easier together. Then for my low-carb stir fries, I want to use some broccoli stems. And again, you can cut this as fine as you want, all the way down to broccoli rice. I'm just gonna cut it reasonably fine, but for my taste, it's fine if it's a little bigger. So I'll do the little end bits first. And then I'll cut it in half and quarters. And I'll just cut the rest of the stem. Do the same for this other one, just shave off the little branches first, and I'll just run my knife through real quick. And that's going to be for my low-carb stir fries. Broccoli stems are an excellent filler because they're low in carbs but still pack a lot of flavor and vitamins, so I like using them. Don't waste them. Next up, we'll do some cucumber, and again I'll just cut these into sticks for my hummus. I'll just cut around the core because that is a bit too soft to dip in hummus. Make little spears. And this is a little too short for sticks, so I'll just cut those into slices for my falafel wraps, maybe my sandwiches. And I'll do the same for these other cucumbers. That's cucumbers done. Then let's move on to some melons. And these are just gonna go into, well, they're not going into anything. I'm gonna use these as my fruit for the week. So I'm just gonna clean them out and peel them, cut them up, so they are ready to go. So seeds out. I'll do the same for this cantaloupe. And then I'll just give them a quick peel. Oh, and that is the salsa. Starting to blacken on one side, so I'm gonna flip everything around. I'm going to do another 10 minutes, so that's 30 minutes total. Meanwhile, I'm just going to keep peeling this melon. And now I'm just gonna cut them into chunks. So just cut it this way. And then the other way. And this way. I have fruit ready whenever I crave something sweet. So I go for the healthiest option. I'll just keep doing this for the rest of the melons. And then I also have this watermelon, but I think I'm gonna save that for later because I also have a pineapple. So I think if I cut up this pineapple, that is enough fruit to last me a couple of days. So let's cut the ends off. And peel it. And then I'll just cut around the core. And cut this into chunks. And then this core just makes a nice little snack. Alright, my camera overheated just as I finished cutting, so that is done. The vegetables finished roasting for my salsa, so that's just going to cool down for a bit. While that cools down, I'm going to make my falafel mixture. So I have my food processor, and here I have some chickpeas that I soaked overnight and then drained. You don't want to use canned because those are already cooked. You'd want to just have them raw and soaked. So, and then I had my parsley, a little bit of cilantro, some garlic, and some onion. And before I forget, let's do a little bit of chili as well. And we're just gonna pulse that until it's not completely fine, because we want a little bit of texture still. And after a first initial quick blend, I'm gonna add a little bit of chickpea flour just to help things bind. About 2 tablespoons worth. You can use any flour, but I prefer using chickpea with the chickpeas. A little bit of salt. And some cumin. And let's blitz this up a little bit more. Just keep pulsing it. And to test if it's ready, just grab a little bit, squeeze it, see if it holds its shape. It's starting to, but it's not quite there. So it needs a little bit more pulsing. And that is holding into a ball now, so I'm gonna take the blade out. And I'll just put this in the fridge for about 30 minutes to firm up. And while that is firming up in the fridge, we can start working on our roasted salsa. So I'm gonna put the rest of this cilantro in here. And then I'm gonna take my vegetables here. And you see the skin is blackened, so it comes off really easily. And I'll also take the little seeds out. And I'll just do that for all the peppers and chilies. So that's all the peppers in. The tomatoes can just go in whole, just as these roasted shallots, because they're all soft now. So let's just scoop that all in. And here we have our garlic. And I do this all the time, but I forgot to cut it before I put it in. That would make this a lot easier. Because if you cut it across, everything just squeezes out really easy. But I can make it work now. See how easy that comes out? Just squeeze that all right in. And don't forget to get all the juices from the bottom of the pan. That goes in there, and then I grab my citrus juicer and do 1 lime. If you have a lemon, you can totally use a lemon, but I prefer lime. We'll add a pinch of salt. And some cumin. And now we're just gonna blitz that up. And I'll just give that a little taste. Yep, that is just right. Salt is perfect. I'm just gonna let that cool off so that can go in a container to go in the fridge. So this falafel mixture had some time to rest. Now it's time to shape the falafel. And you can do different shapes. If you want to do some, if you want to deep fry them, make little balls. I'm gonna make more like little patties because I'm probably gonna put them in the Ninja Foodi to bake, or otherwise I'm just gonna pan fry them. So I want them a bit flatter. And yeah, just make a little ball, flatten them. I like to flatten the sides a bit too, so it's more like a hockey puck. And yeah, just keep doing that. And that's my falafels made, so I'll just fry those up tomorrow. I made a bit too much, but whatever I don't use, I'll just freeze, because they keep in the freezer very well. But yeah, that's my prep work done for the week, so now I can have lunch or dinner on the table in minutes. Now, if you like this kind of content, I do this every single Sunday. And yeah, like I said, I also do like what I eat in a day videos or grocery shopping videos, things like that. So leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Until next time, bye for now.